What's up, guys? Okay, so today was a relatively profitable day. I didn't make any huge trades, but I did have two profitable trades and ended the day green, which is always nice. I was watching FENG, and what I really liked about this one is that it broke over that whole dollar mark, and then it used that point as support. I know I went over this strategy in a previous video, but in my mind, those half and whole dollar breaks and breaks of any resistance really are much more reliable if they use that previous resistance point as support after they break over it. You can see this in a number of my trades. It's, like I said, in my mind, it's a much more reliable way of trading these half or whole dollar breaks. And so, when I saw that on FENG, I really liked that setup and I decided to get in. My entry was about $5.08. And, I only used about 50 shares in this trade, so I didn't take any huge size by any means. Ultimately, the most important thing for me is consistency. And I know you've probably been watching some of my previous videos and you see that I take very small size. The real reason is I'm still learning, guys. And, ultimately, I want to get that consistency down and make consistent profits. And then from there, I'll decide to up my share size because, even if I make $10 or $15 on a trade, once I up my share size, eventually that'll turn into 150 and 200 and so forth and so on. And so I suggest all new traders kind of go that route and use a very small size. And, on U-Stock, it's definitely, works because the commissions are so cheap. So I actually held this trade for a while. FENG kind of consolidated, but eventually I got out at $5.30 for a nice $10 profit on my small U-Stock account. And overall, I was pretty happy with this trade. $10 profits might seem small, but like I said, eventually it'll turn into larger profits once I get that consistency down. My next trade for today was on PLSE, and I got in at about $12.12 with a very small share size of 25 shares. Again, I'm using a small share size because I really want to get my consistency down before I up that sizing. And, lucky for me, this thing quickly broke over into the 1220s, and, this was a very quick trade, but a profitable trade nonetheless. Even though I used only 25 shares, the stock's a little bit more expensive, so it has a larger range and, moves a little bit quicker, so I think using that smaller share size is okay. I set a stop with this one. I believe I set it at $11.90 because ultimately with this small share size, if I did get stopped out, it wouldn't be the end of the world, and my account would still be okay after taking that loss. So I held this one, like I said, I didn't hold it for very long at all. Ultimately, I wanted to see if it could test over to that $12.50 range, and if it could, I was going to get out right before it tried to break that 1250s, just because a lot of times it gets rejected at those points. This one, the spread was relatively large on this one, and so it was a little bit concerning for me while I was in the middle of the trade, but ultimately I knew my share size was so small that no matter what happened, I would be fine. And if I did take a loss, it would be very, very minimal relative to the size of my account. And ultimately I think I exited this one at about $12.48 for a $7 profit on my small account, which was, I was happy with this trade afterwards, and looking back on it, I don't think I really did much wrong with this trade. But anyways, that was the end of my trading day for today. I didn't get into anything else. If you want to keep watching more videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. It really does a lot to help support us. And also be sure to come check out our free day trading chat room. I post a link in each video's description. Thanks, guys, and good luck tomorrow.